Tell me, have you seen it? To LA. Oh, I can only dream it. To LA. LA. To LA. LA.
Back with another episode. You know what it is. It's the bucket list. You know who I am. KG, better known as Money Green. I got
Chase a Million, one and only.
yes, sir. And the Hawks hat. Who we got?
Oh shit!
Well, I didn't know I was a Hawk. I didn't even know that.
I forgot they had the Hawks hat on.
Yeah, you know
I'm like, wait, why are you switching the
hat.
intro? It's your boy Russell OZ, you know, your favorite. We back here, another episode.
Yeah, then we're gonna do a little
interview.
For sure, yeah. We're doing something a little bit different. It's a different episode, not necessarily our main format, but we're going to get some interviews. We got some new talent in, some new people. I want y'all to introduce yourselves.
My name is Hessa Gayatri.
My name is Jampack Beats.
Show, man. Why we got y'all on here? Because you know why? They dropped a new project January 1st called Elevated.
Yes, sir.
Y'all go get that. Y'all go get that.
Billboard.
Y'all go check that out. Link in the description.
So the first question I'm going to ask y'all today is how you got your stage name and where you from?
Okay, so I was in high school and I was sick and tired of my real name. So I was just like, bruh, I need something different. I'm tired of being called, because my real name is Destiny. So I'm really fond of like the Hindu religion and stuff like that. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna see what I can find that's like my real name, but in Hindu. So like Destiny in Hindu is Hessa. They didn't have my last name. My last name is Lowe. So like obviously they didn't have that. But I was like, okay, what do I think of myself as? And I was like, goddess. And I looked up goddess in Hindu and it was Gayatri. So I was like, boom, Hessa Gayatri.
That's dope.
That's well thought out.
Well,
Niggas don't think about their names.
It's pretty rare these days. Niggas never think out their names. It's a lot of
Niggas don't be
weird
thinking
ones.
out their names for real. It's just that's what it
It's
is.
just Lil and something.
Oh yeah, we was talking about that. We was just talking about that.
Yeah, KG, just my initials, man. Ain't much to it.
I might change my name to a little something. I don't know. It might blow up. That might be the key.
Lil Chase.
Hey,
Lil
nice.
Chase.
that's
Lil
wild.
Chase. Yeah.
So what about Jampack Beats? Where you get that from, man?
That kind of just happened. Let me see. My mama named me Jamal, so they go to jam part. And I kind of feel like my style is like a lot for a little. So you get a lot, but I don't really use a lot of pieces, a lot of instruments, a lot of stuff like that. So I feel like my beats are pretty full. So that's where the Jam Pack came from, and I make beats, so it's Jampack Beats.
Damn, so y'all really got some well thought out names, bro.
God, a friend gave me mine. That's how I literally got my shit. I was like, what's a good producer name? I don't know, Chase a Million. That's what we going with.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
That's what we going with.
it's actually a producer name. I don't know if y'all know him.
Chase
His
the
name
Money?
Chase the Money. Yeah,
Yeah.
I done met him.
This nigga knows.
Bro, this man, right?
Oh, you know him?
Yeah, I was just with him because my partner was know him type shit.
Yeah, I done sat down and ate with him. Like, he's pretty cool.
Yeah, no, he cool as hell.
Hell yeah, I might have to change my name soon. It's a little too.
I mean, because when you were making that shit, I was just like, nigga, don't you know the other producer that's the same name just like this?
Like, it's still a little like, I don't know.
But that's
like,
you though.
Like, it's a little baby and a duh baby. I might be straight.
No,
I might be
for
straight.
real. People gonna look for you for what they gonna look for you
Exactly.
for.
Real shit.
Right, as long as you
might
popping,
just
like,
be- yeah.
they gonna be on it.
Now, there's a million Lil Waynes out there. Like, let's be
I love
honest.
it.
Yeah,
a million of them motherfuckers.
It's a little something every other week.
Yeah, Lil Xan.
Lil Pump.
Lil Bo.
So yeah, talking about all the different artists though, like what sets you apart from other artists in your category, and like what's your style of music?
Okay, so really, I like to take all the genres of music and kind of tie them in together. So if y'all listen to my project, it's a lot of harmonies. I'm kind of rapping on there because I mean I'm from Atlanta, so and I love for my beats to beat. So like obviously he produced the whole album, so
Yes, sir.
it's like I was like I gotta have beat in it, like that's a must. And I make R&B music, but who makes R&B music that's just like beating like a trap song? Like who? So
That's true though.
yeah, so it's just like I wanted to give it that Atlanta vibe, but still be R&B-ish and be me, and still kind of like tie in all the genres of music and have like that gospel feel in it too, because I mean that's what the harmonies are there for. But yeah, that's what really sets me apart. I don't want to just be a vibe. Like I want it to be relatable and be something that people can, or even guys to ride to and be like, yeah, this shit beat in my car. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to hear that because it beat in my car. So, yeah.
Nah, it's good, though, as an artist for you to try something different because, you know, it's a lot of pretty much the same thing out here nowadays, especially when it comes to certain genres, like the typical, you know, rap, Lil Baby style, or, you know, when it comes to R&B, the typical, Summer Walker style. It's kind of more just somebody comes up with a style and everyone kind of follows that way.
Real shit.
It's nice to hear people coming up with their own shit for once.
How do you feel about the R&B that's like out now type shit?
Honestly, that is a very great question. I vibe with it, but at the same time, it doesn't give me that 90s R&B that I'm used to, or the 90s R&B that I grew up on. So it's just like, I'm trying to get, that's why I want my music to be closer to that than the R&B or the quote unquote R&B that we have now. Cause it's not real R&B to me. It's just,
I hear that a lot.
Yeah, it's not real
R&B. It's
R&B.
kind of just regular hip hop.
They whispering on songs and like,
That's true. That's true.
They're whispering on songs saying whatever they want to say, and people like, oh yeah, that's a vibe. Like, what the hell is a vibe at this point? Cause like,
What do you think started that though?
2021.
what started that?
What was the transition of whispering on songs?
Ooh, I would probably say it probably happened about 2014. Probably happened about 2014. When Bryson started coming with that flip sample. I'm gonna throw some trap drums on the 90s R&B sample, and we gonna call it R&B. That's kind of when it kind of started shifting from I'm finna make a whole song from like guys like Brian Michael Cox and like Dallas Austin with TLC.
Yeah.
You move from producers and guys like that and start working with more trap type producers.
I don't know, but it can't. It's like, cause now that's technically its own genre because we just call that trap soul.
Trap
now.
soul.
So like that kind of is more. I wouldn't call that R&B. I would call that trap soul. It's just another subgenre under hip hop.
Right. To me, I feel like it started because when I first came to State, I think that was like my first SZA concert. So that was probably about 2015. But I had been listening to Janae a little before that too. So like, but Janae was actually singing about shit.
Janae was
like she was singing about shit. Don't get me wrong, SZA was singing about stuff too, but it wasn't like your like ordinary, typical, like the relatable stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she don't really.
What, the Love Galore? What?
No. She has she has some SoundCloud songs.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, like she
The
got
one with
SoundCloud
Chance.
music.
The one with Chance, that was like my favorite one.
I never really listened for SZA like that. All I know is that one was like her stealing something.
The Weeknd.
Share somebody.
The
Weeknd.
Weeknd.
Yeah, I hated that song.
Everybody was saying that shit.
Oh my god.
That wasn't my favorite.
So what inspired the name Elevated though?
Oh my god. That's man. Okay,
Good
look,
story.
I'm so
already.
spontaneous, but honestly, I was gonna call it Lost at first. I was gonna call it Lost, and that's because like throughout the whole time, I was just going through a whole bunch of stuff, like losing my voice, not being able to write, just crying over little simple stuff, just all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
How you lose your voice, bro?
Singing at church. Lost my
That
voice
makes so
singing
much
at
sense.
church. Yeah.
Makes so much
Bet,
sense.
boy, they be,
It's church. It's this. It's church, bro. You gonna sing that song? You gonna sing that?
Yeah, in church.
I'm looking at you, but you gotta come through.
We don't have no say so in church, especially with my mama. So it was just real bad, and I don't have that. My voice isn't the voice to be hollering in church. Like I don't have that type of
Scream.
Yeah, I don't have that type of growl in my voice. Like it's very soft. But that's honestly how I lost my voice, and it made me get like 2 nodules on my vocal cords, and I was hoarse. I could barely talk. Like it was bad. You could ask him. I was crying in the car. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to sing no more. And yeah, that's why I was calling it Lost originally. But shit, I mean, I started growing, progressing, and stuff like that. Smoking here and there, like, you know, getting ideas, like, and the whole thing was just good energy, and I was like, I'm gonna call it Elevated. I mean, cause this whole time we've been elevating, like we've been progressing, growing, you know what I'm saying? So it was just like, why not call it elevated? Because if you listen to the album, that's exactly what it's doing. Like, just elevating, going from,
So why drop on New Year's out of all dates you could pick? Why January 1st?
I did that for New Beginnings because I ended up dropping a song in 2018 and then didn't drop nothing for a whole 2 years. So it was just like I want to start over and I want it to be right. So once I do start, like, just let it be at the beginning of the year. So now I got a schedule. I got where I want to go and how I want to do it and what I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? Versus dropping. I could have dropped last year in December or November, but like that would have. I feel like I would have been still in old habits. So I just wanted to go into the new year with a new project and new habits.
So how do all y'all feel about like taking time with dropping something?
I mean, I don't know. Sometimes you just got to push it out, but it's like when you want to plan and really get it right, you know, you can plan that. One thing I was going to say, I like how you had the skits and stuff. So I wanted to say, like, is there like any, like, what's like a good album there's like, I really like, that you really like the skits on, that kind of like.
Man, Kendrick Lamar. Like, Kendrick Lamar. That is my all-time favorite skits. Like, it just puts you in
I feel like you're watching a movie.
Yeah,
I feel like you're really watching it.
And that's one of my inspirations too. Like, I want it to be where you listening, you like,
you see it.
I see where they at. Like, I know what they doing, where they at when they doing it. Like, I like that mental picture. I feel like music's supposed to paint a mental picture anyway.
I think the first song, the first Get Therapy kind of made us all feel like we was laying on that couch talking to somebody. You got a lot going through. So I'm going to ask this question for you.
Okay.
Explain the whole production of the project. Like, what was your mindset when making every beat?
My mindset, my mindset was her mindset. Going into working on a project with an artist, I got to go in immediately knowing that it's not about me. It's not about what I want to hear. It's not about how I feel. It's about conveying the vision the artist has. So if she has a day where she's feeling upbeat or she's feeling like dancing, we finna work on something that's a little up tempo. We're gonna start there. Like, I'll just play through some samples, I'll play through some loops, or I'll start playing some chords, and whatever catches her attention first, or whatever just sparks that moment, or just gives that light bulb moment. Okay, that's what we going with. Cause regardless of what the song may have been that day, whether it was sunny days, you gonna use or whatever the case may be, it normally starts with me playing something, going through some beats or something, and she be like, "Oh yeah, that's good. I want to use that. Let's go with that." And then we just build from there. So with any artist, with production, it's knowing I'm not the superstar. Spotlight not on me. My job is to enhance what the artist is trying to do. Like, I'm trying to make it so that what they got going on in here, when the wheels start turning, when the wheels start cranking, I can just make it manifest in real life. Like, that's my only goal. That's my only motive when it comes to producing in that kind of setting.
So as the producers are on the producer section, like, how y'all feel about that, man?
He said it all. You just said it all. You said it all.
It's like, well,
I wonder.
It depends on like what your project goal is for. So it's like with certain artists, you know, if you're producing a whole project for a certain artist and it's more of like a co-collaborative thing, then yeah, you would want to come with their best interest. But a lot of times as producers, like, we more or less look for placements. So like, we do kind of have that, I wouldn't say like competitive nature, but it's just like you're trying to, you gotta make something that will catch that person's attention over everybody else.
Definitely. But I feel like the music is more authentic. Like, when you're working with somebody directly, it is a little more authentic. And that's what I was about to ask you. Do you prefer that than catching placements? Or like, would you rather just be with one artist at a time, or would you rather just get a bunch of placements?
I would much rather be able to just catch a vibe with some artists, because it's a lot easier to catch those placements that way.
Real shit.
When you sitting down, when you can catch a vibe with an artist and now y'all on the same page, I would prefer that as opposed to just sending out beats and all right, cool. You like that beat, you might do something with it, but that
might
don't necessarily mean it's gonna get placed.
Yeah.
But if I'm in the room with you, we chopping it up, the energy is right, and you really get that feeling off that song. As an artist, you more likely to push, hey, I want this song on the project because this song felt amazing when we was making it, or it felt good when we was all in the room. The vibe is crazy. I need that. But when I'm just sending out beats just to send them out, oh yeah, I'm trying to big stomp on all of them. I'm really trying to drag my feet all across the beat. But when I'm in the room with somebody, I'm probably gonna catch a different vibe because the energy is different. You know what I'm saying? So definitely. I would definitely prefer being in-house than just outsourcing.
So is that kind of how Sunny Days was produced?
That's exactly how Sunny Days was produced. We were sitting in the studio. I was sitting down behind the piano, and I just kind of started playing through the chords. And as I was playing through the chord, she just started humming it at first. Like she was humming and she was humming. I was like, I wonder what she doing. I gotta just keep going so she don't lose it. But she just kind of started humming, and then the phrase came out. I pray my sunny days don't fade away. And
Took me a minute to get it out though, cause I was like, I don't know why I was so emotional about it. I guess it was like actually like, I guess I actually felt that and meant that. Because when I was finna tell him the idea, I'm like trying to fight back tears. I'm like, oh, I want to tell you, but I'm trying not to cry. So like, yeah, that one is pure emotion, like from the both of us. It's like, yeah, pure emotion from the both of us.
So like, what is your favorite song on the project?
You first.
Oh, I got two, but favorite is Late Night. Yeah, favorite is Late Night.
You gotta really think about
Why
it.
Late Night?
He gotta really.
Every
all his songs.
Every song is a piece. Every song is a piece. Every song is a piece.
Yeah.
You really find those emotional connections to these songs, and I have to say my favorite is probably Sunny Days.
Sunny Days?
No.
Sunny Days is hard.
Yes.
Super hard.
I'm not gonna lie.
So
Always gonna be me. That's the one I was fucking with the most. Even though it was so short. Like what was like the idea behind making it like really making some of those really short, kind of like.
Okay, so I mean, really, I can make a 30-second song like quick and make it hit really quick, and then I'm done. But that one, I wanted it to be like that Destiny Child sounding, like, you know what I'm saying, like that.
I can see that now.
Yeah.
Now you say that, I can definitely see that.
So yeah, that's where I was getting it from, and I came to him with it. I was like, bruh, like I want this. The strings is a must. I played violin for 6 years.
Oh damn.
So yeah, so I was like, the strings is a must. Like it's gonna give it that sass that it needs, like that upbeat, and yeah, like that was the whole thing behind that. I like to get kind of experimental with music. I don't want to stay in one box. So shit, if I feel like doing a little opera or something on it, then that's just what I'm entitled to do. But I mean, that was just the whole inspiration for it.
So how do you feel like with you playing violin, you playing piano, like how do you think learning an instrument takes into your craft? Because a lot of people just get in the studio maybe never have touched the instrument. How do you think that changed your mindset?
From a production standpoint, I would say it's a little bit easier for her to direct me. So she can say, let's put a melody line in this beat that sounds like la 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 la, and I can hear that, translate that, and be like, okay, we can use this sound, and let's put that in like that. So just having that basic musical knowledge of let's make this sound like this, it's a whole lot easier to collaborate, because now we can trade ideas and trade information and know what the other person is talking about without it being like, show me.
Yeah.
Now, it's still gonna be some cases where she sounds something out and I be like, show me. But in most cases, she gonna hum it and I'm gonna play it back to her.
Definitely. So then we all know we're at Georgia State now, but we saw that she had a billboard, Georgia State football stadium.
Well, my question is how much that shit cost?
Actually, it is not expensive at all.
What?
Yeah, not expensive at all.
We get a billboard.
Don't give us the price. You're giving out too many gems. We need to know that. Not everyone.
Okay, yeah. I can tell y'all that afterwards. But it wasn't expensive at all.
Really? I ain't gonna lie. I thought it was gonna be at least like 1,000.
Not even.
Damn.
Whoa.
Not even.
Getting a billboard.
So explain the mindset and marketing.
You said what?
Explain the mindset and marketing behind it. Right now, you own your own merch.
Yeah, so I mean, y'all in school. I'm pretty sure y'all have taken like psychology courses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You want to kind of just like represent it everywhere you go, like even flashing it. Like, you know, I could be in a restaurant, somebody see it, but like subconsciously, if you see it again, like let's just say you going through your Apple Music or your Spotify and you see it, and you like, dang, I seen the girl in the restaurant with that on.
You just keep seeing that face.
Yeah, you keep seeing that. Eventually, you're gonna tap on it. You're gonna be like, oh, let me see what this sounds like. I know because I've done it. So like, that's what we're trying to do. Like that was the purpose of the billboard. I mean, because that's really like a gamble. Those aren't. It's not a guarantee. Like, oh, people are gonna listen because my face is on this big screen. Like that. It's not a guarantee.
It's a tool to help. But,
right. It's all just a collective effort. You know, to get everybody to be like, I seen that before. So if everybody done seen it, then that's just one step closer to everybody hearing your music.
It takes one person though. You never know. So that person, like, even if the other person didn't see the billboard, that person said something about it to that person.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the word of mouth is always gonna be the best promotion in the world.
Yeah.
So
Each one reach one.
So how does that go with staying
never heard of that
independent?
one before.
With staying independent,
Never heard of them say that one.
honestly, we done calculated. We've been calculating numbers, just like trying to see. Okay, if we were signed to a label, how much would we have to dish out of our money for all the work that we're doing? And it's like, yeah, you don't have that big advance to start with or whatnot, but I mean, it makes you appreciate it more. So when you do get that 100% of, you know, of everything you don't work for, it's like, damn, it was worth it. Like, I didn't need a label. Like, you take Chance the Rapper, for example.
Yeah.
Like, he keeps his money. You know what I'm saying? And he does it. So it's really like staying down. And I'm not saying signing is an easy way out, like, because that's not even guaranteed. They put artists on the shelf all the time. Yeah. So it's just like, it's one of those things where you got to believe in yourself and like push. Like, if anybody should be pushing hard, it should be the artist itself, the producer, like whatever you're trying to do, like you got to push it. So, I mean, I'm going to stay independent. The most I'll do is do like an album deal maybe. And that's just like for some extra change. Or like just to get
I say
further
like
out.
a marketing deal would probably be the best, but like when it comes to royalties, owning, publishing, none of that. None of that. Just like a marketing deal is probably the best I would go, because it's just like nowadays you really don't need a label, because anybody now can put out songs. Let's just be honest. DistroKid, like some of the biggest songs was put out like on TuneCore, DistroKid,
Facts,
whatever.
yeah.
So it's just like the industry, like the whole. What's the old mindset of, oh, someone's gonna save me, or you know, if I just keep showing up to shows, maybe some A&R guy come. That's like people now, like especially record companies, they look for people with numbers already.
Mm-hmm.
Facts, yeah.
So it's just like you're not gonna get saved. It's just like in order to even get a deal now, you already gotta have something to bring to the table. Like you're not getting a deal if you got less than 100,000 followers. Let's just be honest.
And that's why we was just like, what's the point? If I done work myself up to this point, who's to say I can't keep going? And you know, who's to say I can't start my own label?
Cause I think like the best person that really kind of did that shit was Mulatto. I ain't gonna lie. Cause like Mulatto, what her deal was, like she, even with the what's the dude name, Jermaine Dupri, like on the show and stuff, she just used that to just get, you know, clout, and like she turned down the deal. So it's just like deals really don't really matter, and like she waited, you know, got clout on herself, came on her city by herself, and she was able to go to a record label and get a deal that would benefit her. Most of the times, like, you know, these record labels, they either gonna try to like get over you, they either try to shelf you, they're gonna try to fuck you. I'm just be honest, like the whole point, like it's a business, like they're trying to make as much money for the business and as little as much to pay you.
Right.
Go back and explain that. We talked about this a few days ago. That Taylor Swift, so the audience can know about that.
Oh my God, Taylor Swift! Like when they sold all of her all of her masters for like what, $500 million, and she only made what, $40 million off of the whole thing. I was just like, that's crazy how they literally just sold somebody's entire career.
Some shit that you created.
Like it was messed up. But I mean,
but
she signed that contract.
Like she ended up catching them on the back end though. She went back and
Yeah, I heard she
all the songs, and now she owned the masters to the recreations of those songs.
See, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
they have a set of masters that they own for that $500 million that they paid. But now that she done went back and redone the works, now she has a set of masters that she owns for whatever she can get off of them.
Yeah, cause like this whole buying masters things nowadays, like, cause you know companies now just buying masters more than ever because they look at more as an investment. Cause it's like buying stocks. It's just like, okay, if I spend $500 million in 10 years, you know, with sync licenses, movies, deals, renting out these songs, I'll probably make make that back, and
Right.
then you keep making more money on top of that. So, but me personally, yeah, if I was an artist, I'm not an artist. I can't sing or rap for shit.
I can
But
confirm that.
if I was, yeah, I wouldn't. I would not sell my masters to nobody. There's no point nowadays. Like,
So what would be all y'all advice to an upcoming artist? I'll start off with you.
My advice would just be to be yourself. Just make the music that kind of resonate with you. Don't try to make music for everybody out there, because I don't. I just make the music that I feel like feels good to me. And in return, everybody else feel it. So, I mean, just be true to yourself. That's my thing. Be true to yourself and keep pushing.
Should have a good team.
Yeah, and yeah, definitely have a good
Just have a
team.
good team. I always say this, and he pretty much said it too. Be around people that don't want to be a star. Cause I've been in that situation too many times.
Yeah.
Like every nigga in the room,
You gotta
nigga
know
don't
your
even
roles,
rap.
boy.
nigga just be showing up, and that nigga want to be the star. I'm like, bro, you don't
He
even
wanna
do
be-
shit, bro. Why you trying to be the star? That's just one. There's many things, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna touch on a whole lot of better stuff. But that's just one.
If I had a piece of advice, I would say don't be so caught up with reaching up to people that's above you, and work more so with the people that's across from you, the people that's around you. And once y'all get that together with the people that's across from you, there'll be people reaching up to you. There'll be people to start reaching up to you because now you built something. Now you created
That's
something.
all the gems he's dropping.
Work with the people around you. Work with the people across from you, your mutuals, and now y'all
bosses.
Right, now y'all become bosses. Now y'all verify the people reaching up to y'all.
Okay.
Real shit.
Chase.
I mean, this might sound a little fucked up, but my advice is please, for all the rappers in Atlanta, I just want to say that everybody's not a rapper.
Facts. Then,
Like I need people, like, my advice is to be real with yourself. Like, cause I see it all the time. Like, not everybody has it. And like, stop egging your friends on and tell them, oh, you the next thing. You're not.
you're preaching.
Find something else. It's okay to be a manager. It's okay to be an engineer. It's okay to go work in finance. It's okay to get a degree. You do not have to rap.
But
if you like to make music, like, make music. It can be fun, but be real with yourself. Like, you're not Lil Baby.
Point where you know, like, what's the point of knowing that's not it?
I'm not
when
trying
you
to
know it's not it.
I'm not trying to kill nobody's dreams, but I'm just saying, like, it comes to a point in an artist's, like, life. It's just like, you got to be real with yourself.
too
bro.
Be like, at some point,
Like,
this
at
shit
some
ain't
point,
working.
it's like, this shit not gonna work. You're gonna be rapping all your life and be broke and shit for what? Like, bro, go do something else. There's a million ways to make money in the world. Like, you don't gotta be a rapper. You don't gotta. The richest people in the world, you don't know what the fuck they do. The richest
Right.
nigga is the person who made flip flops. Yeah.
As a friend, right? And I could be trying to tell him, is it hate that I tell that person, yo, bro, this might not be it? Or is it
Constructive
me being
criticism.
real?
That's
That's not
love.
hate. That's
Constructive
love.
criticism.
That's more love than anything,
Yeah.
dog. Because if you wasn't my partner and this came on, would I listen to this? Like, if I didn't know you from a can of paint and somebody else was on the auxiliary and they was playing this,
Right.
and now I'm listening, am I really finna be like, yo, dog, turn that shit off? Or am I really like, yo, who is this? Like, whose song is this? Like, you gotta be real with yourself. You could be rapping for a week, 2 years, or a decade, but if your product is the fruit that you
That shit
come
never
up
gets
with,
better.
like if your fruit is always sour, then you might want to grow something different. Like, you might want to try something different.
And that's why you got all the artists who think they can do shit because they have those friends that's like, yo, this shit is fire. Like, da da da. Like, no. And
Man,
my
that shit be
whole thing
killing me.
is like, that's why I tell my friends, bro, be honest with me. Don't cap. Like, because I mean, if my shit sound bad, I'm not putting it out. Like, you can ask him, I'm nitpicky. Like, I'll be like, I don't like the way that sounded. We not putting it out.
Right.
Like, even up until, like, the hour before we dropped the album, I'm still trying to change shit. I'm like, I don't like that. That didn't sound right. Like, but, I mean, you just got to know. And if, I feel like as an artist or as a producer, anybody that's just doing music, if you don't have the ear to know, like, what sounds good and what don't sound good, in my opinion, you shouldn't be doing music. You just honestly shouldn't be.
That's a lot of people don't be understanding that. Like, I always preach to like my friends and shit that like when it comes to making music, you can be a great artist, but like in order to be successful in the music industry, you have to be good at making hit songs. There's a difference between being talented and being a hit maker. Like Alicia Keys is a hit maker. Like everything she put out, like it's a hit. Like Beyonce is a. I don't know. I'm not recently.
I was gonna say.
But like back then, and you know that and when she was hot, when she was hot, she was known for making hits. Like we just had the whole argument with Drake and Lil Baby. Like both of them niggas, like let's just be honest. Like Drake and Lil Baby, their songs might not be the best songs, but they're catchy as shit and they're hit songs because they can relate to people. And then like another thing I wanted to say when we was talking about the your friends and your boys and shit like that, I always tell them too. It's just like you really don't want your friend's opinion. You want the person that you don't know's opinion because they're not going to sugarcoat shit for you. Like even with my friends, it's like me personally, I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you that shit. But not everyone's like me. Some people they just gonna be like, I mean, keep going, bro. Don't give up. Like I'm the type of nigga. I'm the type of nigga like, bro. I'm the type of nigga like, no, bro. You do not need to do this. Like, bro. Like, you are not a rapper. Like, don't egg your friend on. Don't sell him a pipe dream. Like, not everyone's a rapper. If you can't sing, like, you cannot sing. I can't sing for shit. You don't see me trying to be Bryson Tiller. Like, find something else to do.
Right.
But yeah, it's really, I don't know, it's really fucked up out here. It's too many of these motherfuckers out here.
I mean, like, if you can't handle it, then you don't even need to be in this industry in the first place. Like, you're gonna, like, think about all the artists on the top. Like, you know how many no's they heard before they got to the point where they're at? If you can't even handle the basics, then it's like, you don't even need to be here.
Yeah, that's what life, though, in general. If you can't take anything, why do it?
Yeah, because I had somebody tell me, he was like the song that done got the most plays, like off the album or just in general. He was like, I wouldn't play that for nobody else. And it's the song Mood. He's like, I wouldn't play that for nobody. But I mean, he's the only person that has said that. I don't even know the man, but we was in Clubhouse. He was like, I wouldn't play that for nobody.
Oh, y'all use Clubhouse?
I don't like using it no more because now people just be talking for fun like that.
Yeah, troll.
It's just like I'm at the point where I'm finna delete the app. I don't feel like talking to strangers. I got better shit to do with my time.
I mean, they're bored. They don't got nothing to do. They be at the house.
Right.
Trying to get this $600 stimulus. You know.
Still ain't get mines, but hey.
Club wasn't really hitting on much, but I ain't gonna lie. Listening to 21 Flame, YK Osiris, that was entertaining.
Oh, the Gucci jacket?
That was entertaining.
That was funny, boy.
That was funny. I got it, no.
Oh my God.
That was a good day.
Well, definitely. So look, we're like 10, 15 minutes left in the show. So if y'all don't know what it is, it's bucket list time. This is the time where we ask questions in the bucket for questions that we didn't get to go over during the show. With this being said, Hessa, you're first.
I'm first though. Why should I get something crazy?
I don't think they too crazy.
Yeah.
It's not too crazy. We've gone worse, man. I
don't think I made any questions, so y'all should be safe.
Oh yeah, nah, Chase be making the crazy questions.
Do I gotta pick one?
I don't know. This one can apply to me.
Oh yeah, so if the question doesn't apply to you, because I know some of the questions are
specifically for her.
Specifically for you, we're going to still end up asking you the question.
Okay. So I'll just ask the question.
I'm so like,
This definitely doesn't apply to me.
I don't even know what to.
Let us know what the question is.
All right. Oh, y'all ready for me? Okay. So my question says, what's your go-to song to sing in the shower? Anything Janae or Jasmine Sullivan, honestly. Anything Janae or
That's a
Jasmine.
good choice. That's a good choice.
I can sing in the shower and then forget I'm taking a shower. Being there 2 hours.
Nigga.
The whole
Doing
concert.
the
in
whole
that
day.
Well, who's you going next?
What was your inspiration behind SOD?
Oh yeah, that's for you.
Behind who?
COD.
COD.
Oh, COD. I was like,
I thought
who?
that was SOD.
SOD.
Y'all, when I tell y'all, I have yet to go to LA and I want to go so bad.
Me too. We was just talking.
No, we going.
trying to
We
go.
going.
Yeah.
Planet artist trip.
We going.
Oh God. Yeah. Like that was my whole inspiration. Like it was just my sincere passion of wanting to go to LA. Like I truly want to go to LA. Do I feel like that's where my dreams will be made? Not necessarily. I'm in Atlanta. Like you know, this is the music capital. So yeah, that's where that whole inspiration came from. Like I gotta get to LA.
Why is it COD though?
City of Dreams. City of Dreams. Yeah.
Oh, duh.
COD, City of Dreams. Y'all didn't get that.
I was wondering that too.
I guess I'm on deck. Let me see. Name an artist everyone likes, but you're not that hype about. Playboy Cardi.
I can understand that.
I can understand.
I ain't
Yeah.
That last album wasn't it, my boy.
And I was sitting over here
care.
struck. Like I'm sitting over here like,
I didn't even
who
listen
am
to
I
it.
not that hype about that people really like? But yeah, it'll definitely have to be Playboy. Hey, Pete, that boy Pierre hard, but
Yes, sir.
what Cardi be doing with some of them beats be kind of
I ain't gonna lie. I like the Nudie Pierre collaboration more than the Nudie
Yeah.
Pierre.
Nudi's hard.
Nudie be walking them beats.
Shout out to Nudie, man.
That nigga Playboy. That last one.
I mean, it was a couple.
It
a
was
couple.
four. That's
It was okay. It was really
Well, I
like 3
can't
or 4.
say that. I didn't listen.
I listened to all.
He
I
said he
didn't
didn't
know.
listen to it.
It was like 3 or 4 I liked. I'm not gonna lie, but
I don't know what he on now. Some weird.
yeah, a lot of niggas on that weird
He went
alternative
on like
shit.
the Halloween thing and it just
Yeah.
kept going.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
How many more left?
We got enough time. 2.
Okay.
Oh wait, so it's my turn.
Ooh.
Oh shit! What is the dumbest investment you made as an artist? 4 Gucci bags. One time.
I'm so glad you got that one.
No, honestly, that's not a bad investment as an
You don't
artist
think so?
because dead ass, you gotta look. You have to look the part.
Yeah.
You know, it has to be on you. People only like you when other people like you.
Yep.
There we go.
But
Damn.
people only gonna say
That's the time.
got it on.
I saw an interview with that nigga Zaytoven, and he
Yes,
said
He
the
did say
same
that on
shit.
Producer Grind.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did say
said
that,
the
yeah.
same- He was like, even as a producer, you gotta walk in there looking like $1 million, cause you gonna draw the attention, especially as a producer. Me personally, I'm only saying that's the dumbest investment because I don't even got them bitches no more. My little brother got them. That nigga dripped out. I ain't even gonna lie. But wait,
I remember when you got them.
Is it
Don't even got
back on me?
Yeah. Hessa.
Okay, so it says compare your first song to your most recent. I'm pretty sure y'all ain't even heard my first song, but it's on Apple Music. Honestly,
Let us know what it is.
my first song was called Nobody.
Okay.
Nobody.
I wish, but
Nah, for real.
man, it was. I was scared. Like at that point, I had first met him, and that was my first time recording. I was nervous. It just wasn't in a good space. Like I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say it wasn't in a good space, but it just wasn't. I wasn't comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't relaxed like how I am now. Like the music I got now, it's relaxed. Like I know what I want to do. I know me as an artist. I wasn't thinking artist when I made my first song. I wasn't in artist mode.
I think that's everybody with their first.
I mean, the first song is like you gotta get the first 5 gonna be shit. Let's be honest.
I mean, all my songs I tried to make was shit. So
Yeah.
So I'm in front of the mic.
Look, bro, I produce a reference track. That's all you're gonna get out of me. It's like, and I'm only sending that to a few people. Like, don't no one need to hear all of that.
All right, you got the last question, man. So,
I got the last question. It's a pretty heavy one. Will we be hearing a further development of Soul, like a Soul Part 2?
Ooh, that's
You
a
talking
great
about
last
the
question. This song,
the
so-
You Got Soul? That one?
Yeah.
That?
No.
Wow.
Who
Shout out to Pixar.
I did.
Oh,
Oh, I didn't say who wrote it.
I just
Who
saw
wrote
that.
the
Who wrote
question?
that question? That's somebody's favorite.
Oh, you like that? Okay.
For everyone that doesn't know, that's our other member back there,
Sierra.
Sierra. She's not in the
Don't
camera
laugh.
today, but yeah.
That's a good question because like that was the whole basis of like the album in the first place because like I felt like I didn't have it. Like after losing my voice and stuff like that, I felt like I didn't have it. Like I didn't have the soul. Like I didn't have the voice no more. I was just like just doubting myself. So I mean, that would be good. I mean, coming out of it, cause that was from like doubt and just hurt. Like me trying to convince myself that you got it. That's why it went from you got soul to me saying I've got soul. So.
I mean, the best songs do come when it's, when it comes from a place of like pure emotion.
Mm-hmm.
Like where you can
Shit.
feel like it's a difference. Like I know with R&B, like hip hop songs we can kind of just throw autotune on it and say what the fuck we want. But like with R&B, like it really doesn't work unless you convey like that sense of emotion over a song. Cause like you can kind of just sing about anything. Your voice can sound nice, but you won't really feel it or connect to it.
Right.
That's like that's always been the difference between like genres to me.
Right.
Like even with like hip hop, R&B, shit, country. Like them country dudes who be
They
singing,
be
I be
singing.
really thinking they be out there
Boy.
riding them horses, boy. they be out there getting it.
Yeah.
They be wanting me to go put on a pair of boots.
Well, what? Get the hat.
Yeah, nah, for real though. But I think that kind of just comes from like the kind of churchy aspect that both of us have. Because one thing you hear in church a lot is the best preachers preach to themselves first. So you feel the message a whole lot more if I'm preaching to me first. If I'm trying to pull myself out the gutter, it's a lot easier for me to pull you up out of there with me because I done already had to pull myself out of there.
Right.
So it was a lot of that in this album because real emotion, people can feel real like emotions is like titties. You can feel the difference between real ones and fake ones.
I love it.
Right.
I love it.
And with that, final note.
I don't know. Down in Miami getting them right. I don't know. They looking pretty real to me nowadays.
They don't feel the same.
I ain't never felt
You
the
do
fake
know.
one, so it's just,
Me neither.
So with that being said, where can we get y'all information, y'all social medias? Tell them where your project's on.
The project, the project is on all streaming platforms, and when I say all, I mean all besides Dat Piff, like the mixtape.
I forgot about that Piff.
Yeah.
I forgot about that Piff.
No, because I done had some people be like, "Is it on?
Damn,
is it on
Napster?
a mix?" Like,
Got
But,
that Audio Max.
it's everywhere. Social media is Hessa Gayatri on everything. That's HESSAGAYATRI. I probably should make it a little shorter. But but yeah, that's where y'all can find me at.
Well, if you're looking for me, you can find me Jampack Beats on all platforms. Jam, Jam, Pack Beats. Everything spelled out correctly. JP for features. Hit me up on the features. Let me see. Other than that, contact.jampack@gmail.com if you got loops, if you got like
we're throwing it all out there.
Yeah.
Get at him. Get at him.
if you got beat loops trying to collab on beats, producers, y'all can hit me up. Let's get some work in.
And with that being said, thank you for tuning in for another episode. Again, it's KG Money Green. I got Rockstar Z.
Yes, sir.
Chasing Mill. Any last words?
Y'all better check out this album.
Facts.
Link
Go
in the bio.
hard.
Link in the bio.
Out
Link
now.
in the bio.
Peace.
We gonna get y'all right.
Have a good one.
Always gonna be me, I don't really like to copy. You should really stop it, baby, you ain't really poppin'. You should really stop it, baby, you ain't really poppin'. Like